Hello everyone, welcome to the Beautiful Black Witch channel. My name is Erica and I read the stars, tarot cards, and other intuitive messages. So if you're interested in a private reading, please email me, which is in my description box below, or you can DM me on Instagram. Those are the only two places you can find me, so hit your girl up. So it's been a while since I've sat in front of the camera and shared these messages with you guys. My birthday was in Cancer season. Your girl turned 28 and I had a really rough birthday, not gonna lie. It was one of those. So I had to, take a step back, take care of myself, rest, reflect, and really figure out where I'm gonna go in this new year in my life. And I had a lot of tough lessons that I had to learn, and I'll be sharing maybe a couple within this video, so stay tuned if you want to find out. But now I'm back and I'm better and I'm ready to share these messages with you guys. I just wanted to remind you that these videos are for everybody. It's just the collective energy. It's not specified to a sign, even though it might be titled as one. Anybody can watch this reading and anybody can take something from it. Just take what resonates and leave the rest, because again, this is a collective reading. So if you want a personal where the energy is directed to you, hit me up. But other than that, just take whatever messages sound familiar to you, sounds right to you. And if it don't sound right, it's not for you. It's probably for somebody else. I also wanted to let you guys know that these videos are going to be long. So if you want to come back and listen periodically, you can. But I'm a long-winded person, so these videos are going to be lengthy. I am going to be putting timestamps, so if you want to hop around the video, you can. But I just wanted to let you know, don't be intimidated by the time. Just come back when you got some more time that you can listen in, tune in. But don't feel obligated to listen to the whole reading unless you got that kind of time. Or you can just play me in the background as you're, cleaning up or whatever if you want to. But just know my videos are going to be long. I tried doing videos on Instagram, but honestly, it wasn't for me. And that's why I didn't really get into TikTok either, because it's just the quickness of everything. And like I said, a girl like to talk, chatty, long-winded. So it's trying to concise and make everything short was just hard for me, and I kind of was having a hard time with it, but I kept going because this is what I love to do. But Instagram and TikTok are not really my things. Not saying that I'm not going to be on there, because I will, but this is just where I want to put most of my time and my energy. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that if you are following me on Instagram and you notice that I've been MIA or I don't post as much anymore, it's because my energy is coming over here. And I couldn't do both, I cannot do both. So if you don't see me here, I'm on Instagram. And if you don't see me on Instagram, I'm on here. Just letting you guys know. So for the past week, I've been really thinking about this full moon energy because we're coming up on the Aquarius full moon. First off, happy birthday to my Leos. I'm sorry that I almost missed your season, but I love my Leos. I've been showing them love in real life, just didn't dedicate no content for them, which I'm sorry. But I love you guys. Love my Leos. I know y'all been having a great season. I just know. So yeah, just my little love segment for the Leos out there. But yeah, I've been ruminating on this full moon energy, and I just realized that it was telling me to it was this growing up energy. I can see it with people around me. It's come to me with all the birthdays going on. It's just everybody's getting older. So it's just I've been feeling this energy of maturity in my own personal life. But it's just now that we're getting closer to the Aquarius moon, I'm seeing that a lot more, where we have to mature, where we have to let certain things go. So the affirmation that I kind of came up with, or I don't know if I saw it or something, you know, we take in so much information a day. I can't even tell you where I saw it if I did, but I wanted to read it to you. So it says, no matter how much it hurts or how uncomfortable it is now, someday you will look back and realize your struggles changed your life for the better, and that you can overcome any obstacle that comes your way. So for the people in the back that didn't hear me, it was basically saying that, you know, no matter what you've been through, once you get out of it and you look back on the situation, you just realize how much you've grown from the situation, how much you've changed, whether good or bad. You know, you can just see it from the outside looking in, you know, and hopefully if you did have a bad experience, that you learned some lessons out of that, and like how you played a part somehow. Because even though things happen unexpectedly to us, and like you don't see the bad things coming sometimes, just taking a step back and just seeing how that situation has taught you something, or, you know, for the situations where we have gotten ourselves into something and now we're out of it, just realizing that that situation isn't going to stop you, or it doesn't define who you were, even if it brought the worst out of you or brought the best out of you, or whatever the situation might have been, you know, whether it was a pro or a con. Just realizing the situation doesn't define you, and that you can be who you want to be moving forward, you know, because you've learned what to do and what not to do, you know, how to carry yourself, how not to carry yourself, what boundaries to put up, who to keep at a distance. You know, you learn some things. So now moving forward, you can make better decisions, and that's all life is really about. So I've just been feeling like, long story short, that it's like maturity energy. You know, how are we growing up? How are we learning? What lessons have we learned? Where we've come from and where we're going, you know? And just understanding that we can keep moving forward, and we're stronger and we're more powerful than we think or we realize at the time, you know. And if you have overcame something that was tough for you and you have realized your strength, then it's just like that makes you even more powerful, because it's like now you can create something that you really want, you know, and not whatever the situation you just came out of is, you know. So you're never stuck. Even if you have a low time, a low couple of years, you can turn around and be somebody totally different. It's just the choice is yours. So saying all of that, August is a jam-packed month. It already is. I'm already a week and a half late at this point, I feel. But there was just this hair tickling me. But August is going to be crazy. Jam-packed, full of stuff, crazy stuff happening, a lot of changes, a lot of unexpected things happening within our lives and in the world, things we didn't see coming, you know, just great changes, drastic changes. It's going to shake things up, maybe literally in some countries. But there's going to be a lot of changes, you know, within our lives, within our mindsets, within life. So buckle up and prepare for the ride. It just really depends on how you are with change, and a lot of people, me included, is not okay with certain changes. You know, like there's certain things that we can be like, okay, yeah, that's no big deal. But there's some things that we're all just like, no. But this energy is going to challenge that and ask you, are you sure? Look again. And you kind of have to be aware of that and open to that and be ready to make changes, because if not, you're going to be dragged to do this energy, because things are going to be happening whether you want to or not. Or you can use this energy to help you. If you have been wanting to make changes but haven't had the confidence or haven't had the opportunity to yet, you can definitely use this as an opportunity to make changes. It just depends on where you are in your journey and what you're willing to do to make these changes, because that's kind of what this energy is. And are you willing to grow up and get out of your way and make the changes that you need to make to follow your heart's desire? Because we're in Leo season, it's going to be asking you that, you know? So even though things may seem crazy and unsettled, knowing who you are and knowing where you're going is going to help you feel grounded. Because even though there's a lot of changes us, you know, just knowing that you're okay, that you have a support around you, that no matter what you're going through, you gonna make it through. And that's why it's good to look back on certain situations, like I was saying, to make sure that we're reflecting and remembering where we've come from, so that we can be like, okay, well, I've overcome this, and this, so this is nothing, you know? And just remembering that and taking the risk and taking a chance and moving forward, no matter how it is and no matter how much our comfort zone or no matter how uncertainty things are, just take the first step, you know? Even though you don't know where things are going to work out. We never do. But sitting is a choice, but it can. And also jumping into something could also be a. I'm taking that as confirmation. Yeah, just taking that risk and going for it. Don't hurt yourself and don't hurt other people. But if it's something that's going to better your life, sometimes it's good not knowing how certain things are going to turn. The only thing that's stopping you right now is the fears, you know, or maybe something external, but that means you got to let that go. And that's what this full moon is. You know, full moons are about releasing, letting go, purging, you know, things coming into full circle. So just finally things coming to the surface. So you're going to see things during this full moon, and it's going to ask you, it's going to challenge you, hey, are you willing to change this? Are you going to change this? Because if not, things can get really, really, because you're holding on to something that's not supposed to be there anymore. Whether that's something external, like a job, a person, a situation, whatever it might be, you're going to have to mature, grow up, and make that executive decision, because Aquarius, this is Aquarius full moon. So Aquarius is all about the mind. What is your mindset? What are you telling yourself? What is that inner dialogue saying? You know, are you holding on to fear, guilt, pain, any type of baggage? You know, are you telling yourself you can't have something because you don't think you deserve it? Are you putting yourself through something because you feel like you can't do better? And we're all being tested. These are the changes that can be made. Are you going to make them? Or these are the changes that have to be made. Are you going to make them? Yeah, the choice is yours at the end of the day. It's for your. If you make a choice and it's actually moving backwards, you're going to go through that same cycle again, because you haven't learned the lesson yet. But if you finally learned that lesson, and when you get tested, no, I'm not dealing with that anymore, no matter what that is, whether that's a bad relationship, the job that you can't, like whatever it is, are you going to take that chance? Are you going to move away from that, or are you going to stay there and just, because Aquarius is also ruled by two planets. So one being Saturn, and Saturn is all about tradition, you know? So that's why we're having this tug of war too. And the other planet is Uranus, which is all about, you know, abrupt changes and just volatile energy. Like, you can't plan Uranus's next move, because Uranus don't even know its next move, you know? So it's just like, are you going to be with Saturn, where you stick with tradition, where you stick with what you know? But faith, and you're going to take that risk, and you're just going to do something that you've never done before that can teach you so many good things and lead you into a whole new path that you never thought that you'll be able to experience. The choice is yours. So, for example, a toxic trait of mine is not asking for help. Now, I've been having this behavior for a while now, for many years, you know. I have my own reasons behind it, but somewhere along my path, I learned my needs and want can be met by somebody else. Like, somebody can never meet my needs and wants. Like, if I ask for help, it's going to be a no. Somewhere along my path, I learned that. And so I carry that with me. So I can't, or I don't ask for it. I just know, or I just figure that it's going to be a no, or it's going to fall through. Basically, I learned that people are not dependable, you know, that I have to do it on my own. And over the years, it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse, where I would literally struggle. I would rather struggle and ask for help. You know, it became pride at that point. But I didn't see it as that, you know. I just saw it as me being Miss Independent and, you know, I can take care of myself and all of that. Like, you know, I have something to prove, which I guess at the time I probably did. I can't tell you when this started, you know. I can give it an estimate, but it's just like I'm not sure anymore. So, point is, for my 28th birthday, something happened where I had to ask for help. There was no way around it. This is something that I couldn't go without. This is something that I couldn't sacrifice. This is something that I had to get some help. I needed help. This is where the tug of war. Am I going to stay in my ways, traditionally, what I've been doing for years, and jeopardize some things in the long run, you know, and ask for help? Something that I rarely do, but know that this is going to get me to a whole new level that I really need right now, you know? Grow up and ask for help. And did that take a lot? It took a lot. I had to put my pride aside, and I received the help, which proved that people can be trusted, and I can open up about my issues and get the help that I need and want from other people. I don't have to do everything. Like, it was so much more that I've gained from the situation than I lost. Like, the only thing I lost was a little bit of pride, a little bit of ego. But I gained so much more from that experience. But that's just a basic level, you know, just depending on where you are and who you are in your journey will decipher how big or small this transition can be or this change can be. So just ask yourself these questions. 1, am I aligned with my heart? Or am I just living day to day? Am I living my dream life? Am I living the life I truly want? Like, you got to ask yourself these questions, because we get so wrapped up in the daily routine that we just forget, what risks can I take? Apply the things that I learned from the past to help me with where I'm going. Completely dismiss the tradition or the way about doing things, because that has taught us something. That's a part of our foundation of who we are. But you got to tweak certain things. You got to change certain things with Uranus, you know. Don't completely dismiss it unless it don't resonate with you at all. No more. Like letting fears go, that don't resonate. It's about that has taught me my independence. That's coming with me. I will always depend on myself at the end of the day, but I'm also not going to be afraid to ask for help when I need it, you know? So you got to tweak it. You got to tweak certain things. Just don't dismiss it. Tweak it. Change it. Yeah, and like, what mindset or narrative are you holding on to, or do you think you have to hold on to that's stopping that narrative, that's stopping you from moving forward. Once you do identify the changes you want to make, you have to ask yourself what gradual and steady things and steps that you can take to get there, because it's not an overnight thing. It's important to take steady and slow steps every day to reach that goal. It's part of your foundation at this point. At least that's what you're creating it to be. You know, I don't want to ever fear asking for help ever again. Definitely because I'm such a giver and I'm such a helper. But yet, so imagine the hurt that comes along with that and having to work through that. But every single day, if something comes up, I'm working on being open, and that's what I'm teaching myself every day, the little things, because eventually it's going to become a habit. It's going to become a new part of my foundation. Now it's equal give and take. I'm no longer just giving, I'm now receiving. And I want that for all of us. Just be easy on yourself and be easy on other people. Take things slow. Slow and steady wins the race. It is. It's not cliche to say. It's the truth. Because if we're rushing through everything, nothing's never going to stick. But if we're taking our time and we're slowly building towards something that we truly desire, we truly love, we're going to be living the life we always wanted. So, yeah, I want to get into the tarot cards now. Actually, first, let's get an oracle. I'm feeling that. Don't know why. Usually, I leave it to the end, but I'm feeling like I should do that first. If you don't want to sit through my shuffling, because this is all I cut out when I do my Instagram videos. You don't see all of this. So if you're not interested, you can fast forward. But anywho, the card that came out is Breathe in Bliss, Excel the Bullshit. So just like I was saying earlier about letting go some of the old stuff and letting some new energy come in, making those changes, because the only people that's getting in our way of a new life is ourselves. You know, we have to be the change at the end of the day. Like, nobody can come in and save us or make that change. We have to do that. We have to step up to the occasion and make it. Like, it can be something small or big, you know, but you have to make space for new energy. And you can't bring the fears with you. You can't bring the guilt with you. You can't bring any of that stuff with you. You can't bring the job you can't stand. You can't bring the people you can't stand or can't stand you. Like, you can't bring them with you. All right, guys, I'm back. I just went through this whole ordeal. My phone overheated. I'm overheating. I had to take a break. I didn't know. I was still talking and the video just cut out. And I don't know where I left off, but all I had to say is make room for the new. Let go of the old. Whether that's something outside of yourself or inside of yourself. Like, we gotta move on, people. We have to. So, yeah, it's the only way. And I think it's at the point where people are realizing, like, yeah, things have to change. That things can't be the same. So the first card that came out is the Five of Cups. The lighting in the room, side note, might be different because, again, I had to pause and recuperate. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. So we got the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups talks about grieving the past, learning our lessons. Well, this is the higher vibration of the card, you know, where you've learned your lessons, you're reflecting on the past, you see how far you've come, And you see what things no longer serve you or no longer resonates with you. So you're leaving all that behind. As you can see, he's looking at these cups right here on the ground. And he's just like mourning the past, grieving the past, understanding that it's no longer a part of your life anymore, of his life anymore. And that can be a sadness. It can. Like, we have to let that part of us go. And it's like losing a part of ourselves, because it's been with us for so long. Just like me and my behavioral issue that I spoke about earlier. Like, I have to come to terms with, I am not that person anymore. And there's times where I struggle too. But I have to keep moving forward. And it's just like, damn. It is what it is at the end of the day. But the lower vibration of this card is saying, like, you haven't learned from the past and you're still dwelling on that and you're not letting that go. And you're staying there and you're holding on, when you don't realize that you have these two cups behind you that you're not focused on, that is a whole new opportunity for you to move into a different direction. It's just going to take you to understand that, okay, that was me. That was the situation I was in. But now I'm going to go do something different. Because you've realized with the Nine of Swords here that you're not happy where you were. If anything, it caused a lot of depression, sleepless nights, overthinking, anxiety, where you felt chained and stuck being that person you thought you had to be. Whatever that might have been, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a job, a mindset, a belief system, a way of living, like a habit, just whatever it was keeping you hostage because you believed another siren. So I just take those as just clarification that I'm on the right path with this energy that I'm sharing. So it's like, yeah, we've been in this state where we felt stuck in a cycle and didn't know a way out because of everything we've been taught and programmed to believe, or habits we've picked up on the way, belief systems we picked up on the way, just things that we just carry with us. That's just not it. It's just not. It's just not. And this is a 9 card, and 9 talks about completions, a completion of a cycle. So you're putting an end to those thoughts, to those belief systems, to those ways of being. You're letting go with the 5, because it's the 5 of Cups. You're changing that. You're letting go of things that just doesn't serve you, that keep you stuck in that energy because you don't belong there. You don't. Wheel of Fortune, because things are changing for us. You're becoming a better person. You're becoming somebody completely different because you've let this stuff go, and you're realizing that you have so much potential and so much things to offer to the world, to yourself, that you haven't been using because you've just been stuck in this cycle of doing what you think you should be doing and not what you really want to do and what your heart truly desires. You've just been taking life so seriously. And with this moon energy, it's going to be heavy. It's going to be intense a little bit because it's like we're in this energy of mourning the past and letting that go. I'm sorry if you hear outside noise. It's hot in this room. And I can't turn the fan on because it's going to make noise. So I'm going to sit through this for you guys. But I got to leave the window open because if I don't, my phone's going to overheat and I'm going to overheat. We're letting this go, and we're believing in ourselves again, and what our life can be and what we can change it to be. And it's like the universe is meeting us halfway, like we're co-creating. Like it's not about doing everything on our own. It's not about doing what we're expected to do, doing what society wants us to do, doing what our family wants us to do. It's about you, what you want to do, what kind of life you want to live, what is success to you, and making that happen. What is stability to you? What is security to you? Because it's going to be different for everybody. And you can't go based off what society tells you it is, or your family tells you it is, or what you think it is. Like, you have to really feel it. And like, yeah, that resonates with me. I want to live that American dream, per se. For example, I want to buy a house. I want to get married. I want to have kids and a dog and a farm, like, you know, and a garden, like, you know. Or success might be, you know, living in a high rise in the city with no kids and a dog and a cat and a partner. Success can be living in a rural place, you know, where you're far away from society and the regular world, and you're just living off the grid. You know, that's success to you. Like, whatever it is, you can make that your reality, no matter how other people have lived their life, how your elders live their life, how your friends live their life. Like, none of that matters. How the people in your family choose to live, like, none of that matters. What religion tell you, what society, none of that. We can take some of those information with us and create our own future, but we don't have to live by those expectations. And that is just what we're realizing. We're gaining our power back, and we're going to live our best damn lives the way we see fit. And if people don't accept you for that, when you get on that journey, there's going to be people who will, you know, even if you have to get rid of your family and not bring them with you because they're slowing you down and causing chaos because they don't want to see you being you, you know. You go and live your life, and people are going to come in and match your energy and support you. Like, you don't need to hold yourself back because somebody else can't see what you see, or can't feel what you feel, or doesn't want what you want, you know. We're just separating ourselves from that. This is Aquarius. Aquarius is about the individual. Leo is about the heart. So what are you going to do to follow your heart? Because the universe want to meet you halfway. With the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, this talks about, you know, like I was saying, gaining your power back and going for that and taking that risk and knowing your worth and knowing you deserve the best. You gotta hurry up. It's getting overheated again. Why does this energy want to rush me? Yeah. We're not being stuck anymore, no more, guys. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. It's hot in here, but we're not staying stagnant anymore. We're not holding ourselves back for other people, for other things, for society, for nobody. And we're protecting ourselves from those people, places, or things that wants to get in our way, that want to stop us, that want to see us in this energy of being sad, loss, grief, regret, guilt. Like, nobody deserves that. Nobody. And if somebody's trying to keep you there, or something's trying to keep you there, it's time to let that go. It's not worth it, no matter what it is or who it is. Like, sadly, but not sadly, it can be replaced. Like, and, you know, maybe not the person, but whatever that person was giving to you, or what you thought you can get from that person or thing. Like, If you are staying in a job because it pays well, if you go to a job that you truly love, it will pay better probably. If you get out of a relationship that you are truly not happy in, you will find true love or a partner who you do feel happy with. If you're not happy in the neighborhood you live in, well, there's a neighborhood out there that will resonate with you. You just have to be willing, again, to take the risk, because it is here with the Ace of Pentacles to offer you a brand new stability, a brand new way of living, a brand new way of just life, who you're surrounded by, what you're doing on the day-to-day, everything. Your whole life will change if you take this risk, if you put yourself back out there and you try again. Because then you can manifest anything with the Empress energy. And it's a lot of feminine energy I see here, which is all about creating. Like, feminine energy can create life, can manifest, bring in bring in things that they truly want and desire. They don't, and that's what it is. We're attracting. We're magnetic. We're attracting what truly deserves to be in our life and what we truly want to live, the life we truly want to live. So you're the manifester. You're this feminine energy. It's all about what you want to create. And if you create your life by what other people have to say, then that's what your life will be. But if you create your life by who you are and what you want it to be, then that's what your life will be. The choice is yours. So that's the reading, guys. I hope that this message reached you guys well. I hope you have a really good full moon and a good rest of Leo season. And I wish you guys luck out there. Be safe. Make good choices. Take that risk, man. Do what you really, really want to do. See you guys in the next one. Bye.